Thanks, Don, and just want to make it absolutely clear that I had nothing to do with the judging of these videos, because we had two videos in the as a company in it, but had nothing to do with it, and part of my LiveCorp role here. But certainly the LiveCorp put the challenge out to exporters and others in the industry to produce short videos that on the change along the industry supply chains, but to be transparent and not be afraid to put our problems up and look at how we've gone around fixing those. There's a lot of good work being done, and we wanted to encourage people to really talk about it, and nothing gets exporters moving like a competition with a prize. And the idea was to share issues, innovations and solutions and connect people with hearts and minds. So I hope that you enjoyed watching them today, and if you missed out on seeing any of them, they're up on LiveCorp's webpage, and we really encourage each of the participant organisations to put them on their web pages, and for all of us to keep pushing them out through our social media and other connections. So we pulled together an independent panel to do the formal judging, and we'd sincerely like to thank Robin Henderson, Yusuf Dine and Fiona Lake, for giving up their time and sitting through and really objectively judging those. We also must give a special thank you and mention to Fiona, who donated one of her books as a prize. We actually do have a prize, and it's not just the kudos. So thank you, Fiona. If any of you don't own this book, go and buy one from Fiona. They're a great book, a lot of great stations and cattle pictures in those. So, but before I get to the winners, I think the thing with the Transparency Project for me that really stood out was seeing what goes on every day, what we're responsible for, but we need to keep this going. It just can't be a one-off program. We need people that are in the industry and associated with the industry, and friends and family, customers, people on the supply chain. Get your phone out of your pocket, record a 1-minute video, take a photo, do a selfie with a couple of mates. If you're in the abattoir, if you're in the feedlot, take a photo of it, put it up on social media, put it on Twitter, Instagram, on Facebook. Simon Crean's on Instagram all the time. He's always putting photos up there. He will be by tomorrow. But it's really important. It's a responsibility for all of us. I mean, none of our industries, and particularly our industry, has a right to exist. We have a responsibility as participants in the industry to promote our industry, be proud about it, and promote the good things in the industry, but don't be afraid to talk about the bad things, and let's talk about how we're going to fix them or stuff that's not good enough. Let's be transparent, and it's a responsibility of all of us to share these pictures and these stories. It's not just LiveCorp's role or MLA's role. They do have a role, but it's a responsibility of all of us. So without further ado, I'd like to announce the winner. The winner is someone who said to me the other day that they didn't think they did a very good job. They're a little bit embarrassed by their video and they didn't think it was good enough. I'd like to congratulate Helene on winning the competition. Well done, Helene. We'll play their video in a minute, but just wanted to also mention Retwa for the video on the Sheep Collective and the impact it's had. I'd also like to congratulate the People's Choice Award and thank you all for voting in that and sitting and looking through that. Congratulations, Austrix, for the People's Choice Award. Well done, Austrix. So thank you, everyone. Congratulations to Helene, and look forward to seeing many more of you in the industry promoting our industry. Thank you.
Thanks, Troy. Thanks LiveCorp for putting on the competition. It gave us something exciting and interesting to do up in market. I'd like to thank Lush. We brought a hard drive full of video to them last Monday and asked them to stick it together, so they've done a pretty amazing job under those conditions. Thanks to Eudes, our in-market guy, he's down there in the crowd. He did a lot of the legwork on this. He found a wedding photography team on Instagram, and we took them into an abattoir at 3 a.m. and gave them a bit of a shock. Thanks to all the other exporters and everyone else who did videos. It was really good to see some really quality stuff up there. And the job that we were showing on the screen that we do, all this in-market work, we do it in collaboration with other exporters. We share a lot of the same supply chain. So the hard work they do also complements us. And thanks to Ian and Anne and John for supporting us through this project. We had to take a bit of time out of our usual duties to do it. So thank them for their support. And thanks everyone for putting on the conference. It was a really enjoyable couple of days. Thank you.